You're also on one of the biggest songs right now, This Is America, Childish Gambino. How is it being a part of that song? Obviously, such an incredible message behind it.
Me and Childish just sat in the studio for like 6 hours and just talked the whole night, really. We made a song, and I did some ad-libs on that song. We were really just talking the whole time. He a cool dude, and he from my city, so same side of town.
From your point of view, what's the message you want to get out with that song?
Whatever he want to get out, that's what I want. I'm behind whatever he want.
Over the past few years, I don't know if you've heard, but it's kind of been a thing between you and Donald Glover looking alike. Have you ever heard that comparison?
Yeah, I've got that actually my junior year in high school, And he was doing like comedy and acting at that time. Yeah, but that was like super like early on. But I'm a huge Childish Gambino fan. I watch his TV show. I listen to all his music. I'm proud that I look like him.
Have you ever met him yet?
No, I haven't. I always wanted to meet him.
And now being in Atlanta, do you see yourself being on the show or anything like that?
You know, if he did give me the chance and opportunity, I'll take it, I'll take it. Like, I'm not some superstar, I'm real low-key, but, stuff like that, I don't take for granted.
Did you hear the shout-out when he shouted you out on the track?
My boy actually told me it was on Hawaii on that album, and I was like, man, he doing that, and the album before that was big, because of the internet, so it was huge.
Let's talk about the Gambino one. Everyone loves that video, the bedpiece joint. Obviously you paid homage to the whole John Lennon, Yoko Ono thing. Like, why did that feel right to do that? And then how was it like actually making the video? Because you're like in bed, it's all awkward and weird and stuff like that.
Okay, well, I, wrote the song, recorded it, and I knew that I wanted a feature on there. And I sent it to a lot of different people, and everyone liked it, but he was one of the only people that
Gambino.
Childish Gambino was the only person that sent back a verse like the next day. I sent it to him, and I loved his verse. And I hadn't named the song yet. And I've always been obsessed with like John Lennon and Yoko, and just for like what they stand for and their relationship. And I was like, bed piece is, perfect. So when I talked to Childish Gambino about it, I was like, or Donald.
Donald Glover.
Donald. It feels weird calling him Childish Gambino, but I explained it to him, and I was like, so that means basically if you do this song, like you have to be John Lennon to my Yoko Ono. And he was like, I'm down for sure. And
In the epic film franchise, Williams originated the role of legendary Lando Calrissian and let us know how he felt about Donald Glover now playing the part.
Well, they couldn't have found a better young man to do it. He's an extraordinary young man. So that's nice to see.
Do you think he's picked up that swagger that you're so known for?
Nobody has my swagger.
The cool thing to me is like, look at Gambino. Gambino is like the quintessential artist. He sings, he raps, he dances, he does all these different things. But then he'll drop This Is America, and then, that shit is the ultimate trap, ATL, almost like Lil sounding joint, but there's so much substance in it, meaning. So when I think of these Lil rappers, I think of more of like an energy or a vibe. And I find myself inspired by him too. So it's not that I'm hating, I'm just saying it's like, oh, that's a dope vibe. Like Cole did it the best. Oh, you guys got this kind of sound going on? I'm gonna produce some shit that sounds like this, do it better than you, put real raps over it, and essentially take your swag, make it better, and that's gonna live forever. But your shit is gonna be remembered as just a moment in time.
What's the best thing you've learned from Donald Glover?
Probably that this entire existence might all be a simulation, and that we are actually projected from the future back to now, and we are experiencing not life as we think we are, but that it is actually just kind of like one big computer.
All huge fans on this show. We're all big Donald Glover fans. You, of course, work with Donald on Community. Did you ever socialise with him outside of work? What's a Donald Glover hang like?
Yes, definitely. When we were shooting Community, that whole gang was super tight, and especially Donald and Danny Pudi, who's still a close friend of mine. And You know, we used to hang out a lot. I will say that Donald has always been much cooler than me.
I won't hear it said. I won't hear it said.
I have to say Childish Gambino, 1,000,000,000%. I was scared of Eminem my whole life, always. Dude, terrified. That dude freaked the fuck out of me. Oh my God. But you know, Childish Gambino like created me, dude. I don't even know. It's just crazy. That's a god. You can't even put him in the list of other people.
You have to have thought about, if I've thought about it, the idea of the Chance Childish tour. At this point, that feels like.
Yeah, we already did that. I would definitely do that again.
Like, but now you could do it like. I mean, we'd be getting close to. I mean, if you waited a little while, like that could end up being a stadium tour. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the path you guys are on.
You think it could be a stadium tour?
I think right now it'd be a big arena tour, but I think in 2 years that could be a stadium tour.
You got a lot of faith in me. I guess we've been friends for a long time,
no.
man.
There maybe was a time when Donald had an apartment, and then he had a party at said apartment. Do you like the way I'm telling this story?
I do.
Rolling it out very slowly. At a party at Donald's apartment, and the party was going swimmingly. Everyone was having a great time, and at one point I decided to just yell out to the full party and be like, "Hey everyone, watch this!"
He's an OG for me. Donald's 10 years older than me. Like, I didn't know shit about the music industry when I first met him. I don't think I knew I didn't want to sign when I met him. Not necessarily saying that he told me not to sign, but he definitely told me to get a business manager. That was like one of the first pieces of information he shared with me. Like, I always felt like he was somebody that wanted me to grow and I could watch and learn from.
Oh, no.
I might have been a little drunk.
Nothing. Oh, no. Nothing ever good comes of that. No.
Everyone stops what they're doing.
Wow.
Turns to me, and I proceed to throw my body backwards onto a lamp and possibly break said lamp. Danny pulls me up. I'm like, everyone go back to your business. And Danny's like, what did you think was going on?
It's interesting that you guys are friends because your careers have both just keep growing on these different ways. Have you been blown away in the ways that he's grown recently?
Absolutely. Donald was talking about making a show for FX before he told me it was called Atlanta or any ideas for it when I first went on tour with him. It's never been like a competitive thing with us because...
I do feel it's been slightly competitive, by the way.
It's not competitive because he's my mentor.
Have you heard the Childish Gambino cover of your song Lost in You? And secondly, will we hear that song tonight?
Secondly, no, you won't hear that song tonight, but I thought Childish did fabulous. I don't think he covered it, I think he owned it, and that was neat. And it's cool just to see how music, you can dress it up with different people, and the song's still there. That song is a beautiful song, so it's neat to see the reaction for him and the music, and very sweet as an artist for somebody as cool as him to cover it.
I guess I thought I was going to do that thing where you're standing and you throw yourself backwards onto your hands and then you kick your legs up.
Yep.
Yep. And Danny was like, why did you think you would be able to do that?
Yeah.
And I don't really remember going to many of Donald's parties after that.
No.
I mean, even now, I will occasionally be like at some event or something, and I'll see someone that I like watch, and just be like, I want to ask them how they did it. I'm pretty sure I cornered Donald Glover one time and was like, how did you make the transition from being a comedian to being a respectable musician? And he was like, we're at a Grammy party. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, but I think it's so invaluable to be able to just ask advice